Hey guys, it's Ben from Myers Woodshop. I got this Tacklife Power Tools 10-inch contractor saw and the table stand. So we're going to open it up, take a look, test it out, and see how it does. So that's the unboxing and assembly of the Tacklife table saw and stand. Mandy, what did you think about the assembly and how it went?
The assembly was really easy. It went together really well. It was it locked and unlocked the way that it needed to for us. It just popped into place like we needed. I really liked the outlay of this. It's not super heavy. I can lift it myself, which is really nice just in case I need to do that. The saw cut, the blade cut very nicely. I really liked that. Very user-friendly for a novice like myself, and I really enjoyed that as well.
Things I did not like about this is the riving knife always sticks up. It does not go down any farther than this. Also, it's really hard to adjust. It's got 2 Allen wrenches there. Although my other table saw, even though it's a higher class, it still kind of has this poor riving knife adjustment. We have a bag of pieces that we cannot figure out where they go. The instructions don't show them. They don't hinder the table saw moving anywhere. But we got some springs and a giant washer. The 90-degree adjustment, it has an adjustment, but it actually can only adjust one way, and it's the opposite way of the adjustment we needed. The stand went together really well. There was no problems with that, and the table saw fit on it really good.
This piece of the table saw that slides over for the cutting piece, I feel like it definitely did its job, and it's very easy to move, very user-friendly. That's definitely a pro on my part whenever we were working with this table saw.
It is really easy to lift the saw up and down. It's really a smooth action. These are kind of cheaper rubbery parts, but they work really well. Also, the action to move it into 45 and different angles, that's a really easy mechanism to use, and you can almost do it one-handed.
Another con that we noticed while putting this together and using it, the riving knife, it doesn't move super friendly. We had a lot of trouble trying to figure that out and get it exactly where we needed to get it. It was just a rather difficult process.
The riving knife doesn't actually come out of the machine, it's stuck in there. You have to take the 2 Allen wrench bolts that set the adjustment to get it all the way out. So that's kind of a con. If you want to get to anything in there, it's a whole lot of work. One really nice thing about this is that the table extends out that way. So if you're going to cut any plywood or big sheet goods, you have that extra support. But one bad thing about that is it takes the track that the fence slides along, and you can't use it on this side. So, and it's a little squeaky. And it comes with a 60-tooth blade, which is pretty high for the general blade that comes with it. It'll leave a pretty good smooth finish. The power in the motor is pretty adequate. It's not very strong as opposed to my cabinet saw, but it will definitely rip 2x4s and plywood all day long with no problems. On the back, it has a 1.5-inch dust port. It does a pretty good job at collecting dust, but you can see there's still a whole lot of dust underneath. So it's not going to suck up everything. You're still going to have a little bit of vacuum cleanup afterwards. But there wasn't anything blowing in my face while I was cutting, so that was pretty nice. I feel like it's pretty light and I can lift it up by myself. It has these rubber handles underneath that is really nice to be able to grip it.
There's also really nice rubber handles on the stand itself too, and I thought that was really nice whenever we were placing it on it. I could feel for the length that I needed to place it on and exactly where the holes lined up. And the holes lined up very well on this. We were able to put the screws in just like we needed to. We had no issues with that whatsoever. The miter gauge here was very easy to assemble. It moved around the way it was supposed to at the angle that we needed it to go to. Tightening it was very nice. Loosening it was very easy. You do have to use both of your hands to move it around whenever you place it on the saw. I did get to feel a few others and feel the weight difference in them, and this one is definitely very light, so that tells me sturdiness, strength, endurance. That's something to definitely think about with this product.
One thing I really liked about this miter gauge that I haven't seen in other standard table saw miter gauges is the ability to loosen the actual fence part and move it side to side, so you could have more fence on either side of this. That's a really nice feature. It's something small, but I think it's really nice for the table saw. So what would you give this overall?
I would give it a 4 out of 5. Like I said, I'm a novice. This is something that I could really use in my shop. It's very easy to use, and it's something that would be great in my shop to start off with.
So I'm a little bit more advanced, and I'm coming from a cabinet saw, so I'm going to give this a 3 out of 5. You can feel the cheaper feeling when you just touch it, when you're used to something more high quality, I guess. And of course you're going to pay for that. This is really good for the price point. I think it's $229 for the table saw and $49 for the stand. For the price point, I don't think you can go wrong. Especially a beginner, this is really good for them. And if you're mobile, this is really lightweight and easy to tote around. It doesn't have the wheels like some do. That would be a really nice feature, and we hope you kind of add it. But lightweight, easy enough for both of us to pick up and move around. So overall, pretty good, but I'm going to stay at about 3 out of 5.
I'm Mandy, and I have Sunset Wood Creations, Facebook, and Instagram. Go ahead and come check it out and see what I have.
And I'm Ben, as always, from Myers Woodshop. Thanks for stopping by. Go ahead and hit that subscribe, give me some thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. So that's the unboxing and assembly of this Tacklife table and stand. Mandy, what did you think about...
I did the fast
What are you doing? You did the fast one. We're shooting a video. On the back of it...
What?
What happened? How did you get out?
He wanted to come in.
Come here.
Oh yeah, Mom let him out.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's give what would you rate it? 1 out of 5, I guess.
Yeah.
And would you buy it again if you could? Something, I don't know, something along those lines, if you could think about it. A final talking point.
Okay.
And then after that, we'll go. Well, I'm Ben. You can find me on Myers Woodshop. She's whatever, I can't remember what.
Sunset
Wood Creations. Okay. I'll be like, and I'll just point to you, and you'll be like, and I'm Mandy from Sunset Wood Creations. Or
Okay.
you can find us on Facebook.
We can do that.
Okay. Let's do the final
Overall rating?
overall rating. Sure.
Okay.
All right. So what would you give this as an overall rating?
I would probably give it a 1 out of 5.
Is 1 out of 5 really good?
Not really.
1 out of 5 is crappy? Do you think it's pretty crappy?
No, you said earlier to give it a 1 out of 5.
Oh, no, I didn't. No, I meant 1 through 5. However I said it, I meant... Okay, let's... Whatever you rate it is whatever you rate it. I'm saying 5 is the highest. 1 is the lowest. And you can rate it whatever you want. And then say whatever you want.
I was like,
I'm not putting words in your mouth.
My name's Mandy, and I have...
Start over because I was touching my face. Alright, go.